What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Zaida Susan podcast, where you'll hear me talk about literally everything. So I hope you enjoy. Good morning, people. It's 12:12 today. Today's Sunday. Hope you had a good week. Hope you had a great week, honestly. First I want to thank you for listening. I really want to give a shout out to you following me this long, and yeah, it is. I hope that you've learned something since you've joined us. Joined me, I mean, and I hope that you've enjoyed the ride. I hope that it's been ups and downs. Hope that hope that this is entertaining, or at least informative, or whatever you're getting out of this. Hope that you're getting something out of this. Um, but yeah, um, I guess I want to talk about today. I want to talk about well, just right now. We'll talk about images. Um, how do you look at yourself? How you look at yourself is how you're gonna look at the world. So, a lot of people, well, especially if they're like not looking at themselves the right way, they might not realize that. But if you're thinking that you are ugly, or you are whatever it is, whatever your insecurities are, you think that you're lame, you're something like that. Those things don't exist. Those things aren't real. But if you think like that, then they'll um they'll paint your world in that light, and those ideas they were brought about someone, you know. Now it could have just been a bunch of people who thought like that, and it kind of just got popularized. That's probably how it would happen. Like, who was the first cool person? Because at first, everybody was just hunting or scavenging or whatever they was doing to stay alive. And then somebody was like, you know what? I deserve more because I'm me. Somebody said that. Literally, someone said that, and everybody else was like, you know what? He is a lot cooler than me. But that wasn't a thing. Like, cool wasn't a thing then. So, what made him cooler? Was it just confidence? Was it just popularity? What was it? You know, I definitely think confidence was always a thing. Popularity was always a thing. But cool and lame, those are kind of, I think those are things that um, was brought about by a society that needed to know the difference, I guess. Um, Someone who was, I don't even know. Um, but I'm definitely interested in that. I will look more into that. So to talk about it a little bit more, and yeah. But yeah, I really think you need to take care of your image. You need to take care of how you're feeling, how you are. Just like look at it for what it is, because it's literally just an emotion, and an emotion has a root. All right, it has a root cause. Um, if you're feeling bad, I'm telling you, it's temporary. It is not the end of the world. I really hope you are feeling good. It's Sunday fun day. Yeah, enjoy your day, enjoy your time here. I have recently, I heard on a podcast recently with I forgot his name, but it was on the Joe Rogan Experience, and it was AI, some AI guy he's trying to bring on the first AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, and he sees it coming around 2045. Um, that seems realistic, but what really interested me was he talked about the Rogan asked him, "Is the universe a simulation? Does he think the universe is a simulation?" And he said, probably not. And the reason for it was really what interests me. Um, just the vastness of it. I mean, maybe it's just like it was just like how we see a simulation now probably isn't that, it isn't probably virtual. We aren't probably somewhere in a huge warehouse in servers and stuff. That probably isn't it. He said he saw the universe as an observer observing itself. Um, and I definitely believe that. Um, he says that AI technology will help us connect, help us realize that we aren't anything anything different from anyone else, And culture kind of makes it seem like, well, at least culture in Western, like the U.S. and stuff, it makes it seem like AI is going to take over, make it seem like AI is going to be evil. But in Eastern countries, in Asian countries, they believe AI, and this is all their culture, like in movies and stuff, TV shows about AI and stuff. They say AI will be their helpers. They'll be their saviors. Because I mean, you got to think, we live two different lives. All right, AI for them is what is it called? AI for them might be like they in Japan they already have a bunch of robots and stuff like just roaming the streets. Um yeah, so we just have two different viewpoints of it. And I mean AI is gonna bring great good and great evil. It really just depends on how you use it, who gets to it first. But hopefully, it is great. I definitely think that it'll help us reconnect. If not, help us reconnect and show us how we can do it on our own. Um, I mean, because of course we won't just be inserting it into our heads first. Hopefully we'll just um, make the best version of it that we can, and then some crazy guy inserts it into his head, and he can be the test dummy and show us if it works, and then we can start making it better, making better generations of it, and then we can hopefully make something that is valuable out of that, and start helping it help us connect, you know. Because that's really what it's about. It's about us connecting and about us enriching our experiences now that we already have. Yeah. Hopefully it does all that magical stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I talk about AI a lot, but I mean, it's really just because I think about it a lot. It's scary. I really think people should think about it more. But yeah. Uh I can't wait till they have underwater houses. I want to be the first to have an underwater house. but not like just stupid deep, but like right off maybe like 100 meters off the coast. I could like uh press a button that opens my very Austin Powers villain esque doorway that goes underground, and it'll be awesome. I see it being awesome. Don't ruin my vision. But yeah, I can't wait till we have just like cool stuff like that. Um, I might have to be the one who brings it about because yeah, I see people wanting that. I see us running out of space, and um, I think that we should start really moving underground, and start really just coming up with different solutions because hurricanes come and wipe us out constantly. We just keep rebuilding like the same structures, the same highways, the same skyscrapers. We're still doing that same thing in the same areas. And instead of doing that, how about we go underground? Instead of doing that, how about we go under the sea? Like try some different things because what we doing not working. How about we start like somebody's got to be the first. And the first is always a pioneer. They're a brave guy, a brave gal. Those people are who got us here. And yeah, it's scary now, but soon living underground will just be something else you do. It'll just be literally as nice as living in wherever you are right now, you know? And there'll be mansions underground, there'll be small houses underground, there'll be apartments underground, literally everything. Because we'll run out of real estate here, or hopefully that is the reason why, and it's not just like we ruined the surface. Ugh. That is definitely possible in a dystopian future where we have to live underground. Um, but yeah, yep. Living underground would be cool. It'd be really cool. Um, yeah. I honestly think that everything comes at the right time. Like everything, even though like really bad things, like um, Fat Man and Little Boy. Even those things, those terrible, terrible catastrophes, probably came at the right time. And I don't really have a good explanation. I don't even know why I said those atrocities first. Excuse me. But I definitely think that technologies come at the right time. And yeah. I don't really know why we have nuclear weapons, but we have millions, well, not millions, thousands of them around the world, tens of thousands of them around the world. And I really think that they will have a use case. Like uh yeah. Um Hopefully, I mean that's literally billions of dollars of our monies. So yeah, hopefully they do have a use case. Hopefully they're not just sitting there after we done blew ourselves up, just wasting away. That would suck. Um yeah. Yep. Man. So I'm not getting those cool grays. I really wanted them for Christmas, but I didn't know you had to get a raffle for them. So yeah, I was pretty bummed out about that yesterday. You probably couldn't tell, but I was pretty bummed out. So I gotta look for another Christmas gift. But I don't really want anything else. I mean, I'm a grown man. What do I really want for Christmas? I don't want anything for Christmas really. I want a calculator. Not gonna lie, I need a calculator, a nice calculator. Um, yeah, that's really all I can think of. Maybe some jackets, a jacket or something, some sweats. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Yeah. Let me know what y'all are getting for Christmas. Um, or if you don't know, let me know what you want for Christmas. Um, yeah. Hope people are taking care of themselves today, taking care of their lives today. Hope people are getting their lives in check. You know. Yeah. Hope people are taking care of somebody else today. You know. Um, Conversation, literally anything. You never know what that can do. Hope people are just being great, being their best selves today. Because, that's what it's about. If you're not being your best self, then what are you doing? Um, yeah. I kind of don't know, don't really know what else to talk about, but it'll come to me. I feel like it's too early to turn it off, and yeah. Usually ideas come to me, you know. It's crazy how I always have something to talk about when I turn the mic off, or just like random times. And like as soon as I turn it on, press record, I can never have anything to talk about. Like I swear, it'd be like good topics, and I go on these tangents, and it's like, dang man, why didn't I like say that? Hopefully they'll stop doing that because that is very annoying. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, man, man, I really want to move to a state where weed is legal. Cause I'm tired of being stupid paranoid, um, about smelling like weed in public, or just like dumb things like that. Like, why am I scared about smelling like a plant? Nobody's scared of smelling like basil. Nobody. Nobody's scared of smelling like broccoli. Nobody is. But weed, for some reason, that scared the heebie-jeebies out of some people and will like literally ruin the experience. And some people are just scared of having the experience because they don't want to be arrested or don't want to be it just nothing bad happen. And that's really sad. That's really saying something about our culture and just where we are in society, that we think it's okay to arrest somebody for a plant that most people in the country believe is okay, believe is safe enough, and believe is actually a pretty good drug, definitely, definitely, definitely better than alcohol. Yeah. And alcohols, yeah, you already know how I feel about that. Uh, yeah, weed is a magical drug. I definitely think so. Um, I've been eating a lot of edibles lately, and I definitely, definitely think edibles are um possibly a little easier than smoking weed. Because first off, the high comes slower. It also is usually more of a body high. Uh, if you take some really, really strong edibles, you'll get a good head rush and possibly get extremely paranoid. Um, that's definitely happened to me before. Man, I took some of these cubes that they have. Those are the ones I've been eating. It's like cube gummies. They're 60 milligrams each, right? I took two of those the first time I had them, right? Didn't know how strong they were. Thought they're gonna be like, they're really small. I thought they're gonna be super weak. Excuse me. I took two of those and I went into the movie and I went into the CD. I mean, not CD. Lancaster movies. Cinemark 14. Don't even know why I'm telling you that, but it's not important to the story. But I'm in a parking lot. I ate two, and I was eating to try to get something on my stomach. 'Cause I hadn't eaten all day, and yeah, I was going to see Dune, right? So I'm waiting in the car, like, all right, my movie's starting in like 10 minutes. Let me go watch it. So I took him like 20 minutes before this. I get out the car, walk in the theater. I had already had a ticket, bought it beforehand. I was just like sitting in the car eating. Cause I don't want to wait in line. I bought it like an hour earlier. It's not important to the story, but yeah, I already bought the ticket, so I just walked in. They told me where the movies were. As soon as I sat down, boom, I sunk in that seat, man. I was not getting up for that next 2.5 hours, however long that movie was, because I was gone. You feel? I was out of there, and yeah, it was definitely way stronger than I thought they were. I just definitely still enjoyed myself. I had a magical night. I don't remember, don't remember what the movie was about. Don't ask, but yeah, it was a nice movie. I remember seeing a lot of bright lights, and yeah. But I was really just like, if I would have known how strong those were, I would have ate like half one or maybe one, because I was way too high, and I just wasn't expecting to be that high. So I definitely see why edibles are something that people are scared of, and even though they don't come with any smoke or any smell, they still they're still kind of scary because you never know what you're gonna get with them, especially with like just like cause some edibles will be like it'll say 50 milligrams or something. And I had some other edibles like recently. There's some live resin edibles. They're 50 milligrams a piece. They looked amazing. I thought they were gonna be great, but they were like way weaker than those. So like that's why I really think edibles are kind of scary for a lot of people. Um, yeah, I've never actually had one of them experiences where people like say they forgot how to breathe. That's definitely possible. No one's ever died on weed. Nobody's ever died on weed. So don't think like if you forget how to breathe on an edible, literally just breathe. All right, know that you can breathe right now. All right, know that you are intoxicated. Know you are high. You aren't yourself. You can breathe, and this is going to end. All right. Uh, yeah, I've been doing psychedelics for a minute now. I would honestly consider edible marijuana as a psychedelic, um, just because it really lets you, well, makes you see into yourself, you know, and yeah, that's valuable. That's valuable in a drug, not just a drug, but a psychedelic, but not I've been doing shrooms, psilocybin, um, for like the past couple years. Um, yeah, I really think that it has helped me become the person I am today. It's helped me become a more positive person. It's helped me become a more mm, calculated person with just the way that I see the world. I don't just like think a certain way. I look at why I think that way, you know? Uh, and that's valuable because nothing should make you feel a certain way. Nothing. Nothing. That was all programmed in. That was all programmed in by whoever it was, your parents, your teachers, your cousins, your big brother. Literally, it was programmed in by somebody. All right. So really just think about why you feel the way you feel, because that is important. And some people can do that sober. Some people are better off just being forced into that state by some type of drug. And I was definitely one of those people who were better off being forced into that state because I was stubborn. I was somebody who thought they knew everything. I'm not saying that like I'm so much different from I am now. I'm still changing, still growing. I know that I still have a lot to change, a lot to discover about myself, but I was definitely somebody who needed that. Somebody who thought that I don't even know. I was anxious then, really anxious, and having anxiety attacks all the time. Now, no anxiety attacks, no real anxiety. I mean, not from what's the normal, you know. I mean, you still have things to do. You should be anxious about it. That is honestly, you can use anxiety as fuel. I believe. I believe that you can use that anxiety, and it shouldn't just be debilitating. It shouldn't be something that you feel like you have no control over because you do. You literally do. Literally get it done so you can stop worrying about it. And I feel like as much as you're anxious about it, once you deal with it, no matter what it is, if it's a secret, if it's something that you did, if it's literally anything or just something that you need to do, you will feel exactly how bad you feel, but that bad feeling will be replaced with a good feeling. I promise you. And the anxiety will literally just melt away. You'll feel it melt away. It'll feel magical. Yeah, but anybody really trying to get shrooms? Not trying to get shrooms, but thinking about taking shrooms with thinking like, oh, it's scary. I don't want to like see my face melt or something. That is media. That really doesn't happen. I mean, well, at least it didn't happen with me. You might see some patterns or something like on the wall or the walls breathing. That will definitely happen. You could possibly see walls melting depending on how high a dose you take. But really, if it's your first time, like you really should be max 2 grams, max 2 grams. Because 2 grams is just pretty. Just, you're going to go deep with 2 grams. You'll probably cry, honestly. Uh, yeah, psychedelics are definitely good for exploring the mind, and yeah, they've already started using. They've decriminalized psychedelics in uh Colorado and I'm not sure if it's the whole state in Colorado, but it's somewhere in Colorado. In Detroit, they've decriminalized it. I think it's actually just Chicago. I don't know, but I know it's Detroit. In California, it's been decriminalized. So yeah, we're coming around some culture, some big culture changes that's been going around for I guess 100 years. Um, yeah, because before this, we knew the powers of psychedelics. We knew that they were a tool that could be used just like all the other drugs. You know. Um, yeah, I really hope that we move away from a society that worships alcohol and cigarettes and all of that. Like, I mean, we're definitely obviously starting to see big changes in the tobacco industry. New Zealand actually in 2022 are um, making cigarettes illegal for anybody to buy who was born after 2009, which I think is pretty cool. You know, I think that's really cool. Just the fact that they would go that far to make it illegal for them to buy them. But I mean, still offer it to the people who are already hooked. I mean, they still need to make money. I get that, but they're really putting it. I mean, it's really kind of sound kind of sad, but yeah, they had an idea, it worked, and it killed a lot of people. But yeah, they still. I don't know. I can't in good conscience uh not normalize, but make excuses for that because it really should have been illegal a long time ago. I feel. Um. Yeah. Uh, it's crazy how Texas still don't have legal weed. Like, yeah, I can get fucking edible I can get edibles in at a head shop, but I just can't get no weed in there, or at least nothing that can get me high. I can get some CBD, some decent CBD that can like make me feel relaxed, a little sleepy, like calm, but I can't get nothing that's gonna like excuse me. This is the burping podcast, sorry. I can't get nothing that's gonna make me feel like I'm on Mars or like isn't anything. And that is really like sad. I get we want to protect kids, but if I can get some gummies in there that can make me feel like I'm just like I can't move my body, then I feel like I should be able to get weed that can make me feel the same way, you know. And then you can get like disposable carts, you can get live resin, you can get all types of stuff in there. You can get what is that stuff called? The wax. You can get all of that stuff in there, but you can't get like good weed. Like all of that stuff is just CBD. And I mean, I know it's just like loopholes and laws and stuff. Like the Delta 8, Delta 10, those are big ones. But I don't know. I think it's kind of weird how Texas, literally Texas, the state of cowboys and cowgirls, that state don't have legal weed, but you can get a gun, no license, no legal weed. That's retarded to me. Yeah, that's retarded. I mean, but if honestly nowadays if you don't have a good weed man who is reliable, then what are you doing? Then I mean, you probably don't need to be buying weed. Yeah. I always find it really cringy when I see people on social media looking for plugs. Like a plug is not gonna reply to you, fam. Like they not. And you really like you look like a op on the internet looking for weed. You look like a cop. You look like a narc. All right, I'm letting you know that right now. Or any type of drug. Don't go for the internet. Don't go to the internet to search for drugs. Okay, don't. If you can't find it in real life, then you probably don't need to try it. All right, you probably don't need it. Yeah. Sorry about that. Don't go to the dark market for drugs. That is stupid. That is retarded. Okay, if you can't find shrooms or acid or DMT, whatever you're looking for, if you can't find that in real life, don't buy it online. All right. Not just because you don't know who's on the other side of that computer. Like, could be a cop, could be anybody, but you don't know what you're getting, like, at all. And it's kind of that same way on the black market for in real life for like things like acid and stuff, DMT. But um yeah, that's really why it's important that you buy from people you trust. And you if you can, if you really can, like if it's your first time doing anything and you really just want to like make sure that you're having a good time, that you are experiencing what you're supposed to be experiencing, I would really try to test it. Like buy a test kit online. It will look suspicious, but I mean, hopefully you're adult. You're an adult who can get mail um mailed into them. That's suspicious. Hopefully that you are that, and but on why you're trying these drugs. And yeah, I would really just test it. Like, yeah. Like, 'cause you only get one mind, you only get one body. You might as well take care of it. Um, I've never tested any drugs, but that is honestly a problem. I've just gotten lucky. Hopefully nothing's been in my asset. Um, yeah. There are plenty of test kits online you can buy for like 20, 30 bucks. Comes in the mail. You put the drug in. It turns a certain color. You know if you got the drug or not. And that's honestly really cool that we have that here. Even though they're illegal, we have options for people to know the quality substances that they're getting. That's pretty cool. Um, yeah, man, legalization needs to come faster. It needs to come way, way faster. Just because we will, the longer this war on drugs happens, the more dangerous drugs will be. Like I've seen something on Snapchat the other day talking about fentanyl being in weed. Um, and yeah, that's really just disgusting. Like, who is putting that nasty stuff on weed? Why are you making weed into something that kills. Why? It's literally the opposite of that. Like, weed heals. If you didn't know, weed heals. It doesn't kill. Um, but honestly though, it was really kind of gross. Like, is that where we're going? Is that where um the black market is going? Like, I really don't like. That's what makes me really not want to like switch dealers too often. Like, when I find a good weed dealer, I stick with that, man. Especially if they got some good prices. But if the prices are decent and the gas is good, I'm good. All right. But yeah, I'm definitely not gonna I don't know fentanylize weed. Hopefully. Let's not jinx it. Hope y'all aren't. I hope y'all aren't too. I wouldn't even know what to look for if I'm being honest. I've never had any type of like opiate like that. I've tried opiates before, but they're honestly not really my thing. I feel stupid on them. I feel like I can't do anything. It is nice being relaxed, but yeah. Besides that, like we can make me feel 10 times better, and I could like actually do things. Yeah. That was a whole different life. That was back when I was before I tried psychedelics in high school. That was me in high school just making dumb decisions and being a kid, not really understanding the consequences of what was happening. Yeah, I'm so glad I moved past that. I'm so glad I found marijuana like my senior year, I think junior senior year. I like really got into smoking weed and just realizing the benefits of it. Man, my freshman year though, I was insane. Freshman of college, man, I was going crazy. I mean, but literally everybody was like, everybody was smoking like 4 blunts a day minimum. Like, that sounds like I'm being like hyperbolic, but I promise you that is honestly probably an understatement. We were all smoking like 4 to 6 blunts a day. Like, um, of course not by to ourselves. Like, who was smoking a blunt to themselves? It was like we might have like 4 people in a car, right? 2 blunts going at a time, just hot boxing 4 to 6 blunts, and they not like little blunts. These are like 1 gram to half a gram to a 4 gram blunts. So I mean, a half a gram blunt is pretty small, but yeah, it's not like we're just like rolling spliffs or nothing. We were rolling nice size blunts and we're getting blasted out of where we are. We didn't even know what was happening then. And that's honestly probably I feel like you see these trends come about because they need to. You start to see people smoking weed around like 1920, like heavily smoking weed, and you really start to see changes in their behavior. You start to see them growing up. You start to see them looking at things for themselves for the first time in their lives. And I think that is an important milestone for people to cross. Start smoking a lot of weed if you're 19, 20 years old. No, but seriously, I think it's important that if it's not with drugs, you find some way to find out who you are. Find out what you like. Um, yeah. If it's not with drugs, then let it be with reading. Let it be with working out. Let it be with a diet, or just let it be with you living your life. You making mistakes, finding out how you feel. I definitely think that any kind of substance, as long as it's not like alcohol, anything that makes you sensitive or makes you feel introspective or makes you think about what you're doing, I think that that is very important. Mhm. Yeah. I think those are very important skills that you can't really teach. Like, you can't teach that. You just have to like experience it. Yeah. Those are important to know. Those are important to practice. I meditated this morning. I feel great. Yeah, nothing major. Literally just got up, sat on my bed. It was really cold. I wrapped my blanket around myself and just sat there with my thoughts. And it's really good in the morning, I feel. Like just because like if you've noticed, if you pay attention at all to your mind, then you will notice as soon as you wake up, your brain start going. It's just going. Especially like if if you have like attitude problems or something, it's just like instantly pissed off, like instantly mad about something that don't matter, or instantly like worried about stuff that, like, what are you doing right now? You're getting out of bed. What is important right now? Are you rested? Do you need to pee? Like we don't need to wake up and instantly start going in our minds, and yeah, so I really think it's important for meditating early in the morning or late at night, like right before you go to bed or right after you wake up. I really think those are the most beneficial times to meditate. You can meditate anytime you want and still reap the benefits, but if you really want to start your day off right, or if you're having problems sleeping, like you can't turn your brain off, I definitely think that meditation helps at those times. Um, yeah, meditation is cool. Drugs are cool. Drugs and meditating is cool. Man, I want to do a float tank. I really want to, cause I really think that'll be helpful for me. Um, yeah, I've heard a lot about the float tank on the Joe Rogan Experience, and it just sounds cool. Just floating around and meditating, like, and really just the absence of senses is what really sounds cool. I want to know where my brain goes, because it already goes pretty wildly just from me living a normal life or being sober or being intoxicated. It already goes everywhere I can think of and more. But I really want to know where it would go then. Um, he says that you can actually like hallucinate like very very vividly, especially if you are on like um edibles, like a strong edible. He says that that is possible just with like breathing exercises and really uh just letting your mind do its thing. And I believe him, I really do. um just because, like, if you aren't hearing nothing, you aren't seeing nothing, you aren't feeling nothing, you aren't smelling nothing, if you are literally just existing, your brain will probably go insane. Because up until this point, you've always felt something, you've always saw something, you've always smelled or tasted, or you've always had some type of experience. So would it imagine an experience happening to coddle it, or would it just be confused on what's happening? Um, yeah, and with that, my parents are coming home from church, and the garage is loud. Hopefully, that's not like just stupid loud right now. But I'm just gonna stop it right now, cause I don't want them coming in like right when I'm doing this, and cause yeah, they be loud. So yeah, hopefully you've learned something today. Hopefully this has been interesting, entertaining, or yeah, whatever you're getting out of this, you freaks. Hope you had a great day. And thank you for listening.